Hello, welcome. My name is Jenny, and I am a Young Living user, educator, lover, all things Young Living. And today we are going to talk about how to use every single oil in your starter kit. So I've been using essential oils for about 18 months. I'm a mom. I have 2 kids. I am a fitness instructor. I'm a coach. And I really appreciate health. And that's a really important thing, both physical and mental health in our family. And I felt that I was providing a healthy environment. We were part of the hustle. You know, everybody's got stuff going on, lots of sports, lots of activities, and very grateful that we can participate in those things. And then I started to learn about the fact that, our environment was not as healthy as I thought. We lived in Canada. I thought we were providing a safe, healthy environment for my kids. And that was not the case. So the more I became educated, the more I learned, the more I transformed my life. And it's been fantastic. As a mom, you want to set your kids up for success as best you can. So what can I not put in their little bodies to keep them healthy? Can I take the chemicals out to keep their little bodies healthy? So that was my goal. That was my intention. And they're better able to manage sickness. They're better able to manage mental health. They're better able to manage their physical health. So that's how I got into this whole journey. So before I start talking about the oils in the starter kit, just the disclaimer that this presentation is for informational purposes only. It's not intended to diagnose, prescribe, treat any health condition, and should not be used as a substitute for consulting a professional healthcare provider. And everything I say tonight is going to be only related to Young Living. Okay, so starter kit right here. And I'm actually going to open a brand new starter kit. I buy a starter kit probably every 4 months or so, because that's how often I use the kit. So this is brand spanking new. I use the oils that often, and it's such a good value that I buy myself a new starter kit every 4 months or so in between all of my other purchases. So here it is. It's so lovely. Let's see, brand new. Oh, look how pretty it is. Okay, so the key to using your oils is you want them to be visible. They are no good in the box, okay? In the box, in a bookcase, on the shelf, away, because then they're out of mind. They're out of sight, they're out of mind. So you have the oils, so you want to use them. They're no good if you're not using them. So visible. So a couple options. You can take them out of the case and put them wherever. I have shelving in my living room. So I have them all displayed in my living room. There's a shelf in my kitchen, and I have a shelf in my bedroom. So they are all right there for me to see all the time. Now, it's also a shift in thinking. It's a bit of a change management strategy. So anytime you need something, think, is there an oil that I can use for that? Oh, so I have a headache. I'm going to go get Advil. No. Is there an oil that I can use for that? Yes, there is. Peppermint and copaiba. Your child falls and has a scrape. I have to go get the Polysporin. No. Wait, stop. What oil can I use for that? Copaiba. So there's always an option. There's always an oil for that. So if they're out, they're visible. If you start cooking and you want to add peppermint or you want to add lemon to your baking or whatever it is, you're having water and you need to add something to your water, you can add a drop of lemon to your water. So have them out and start to think, as opposed to just doing what we've always been doing, reaching for what we always reach for, you have to start to think a little bit differently. And it took me a while, but now my very first thought all the time is, what oil can I use? I'm stressed, I have anxiety, I'm not feeling great. What oil can I use? Okay, always the first thing. And the other thing is you want to be able to take them with you. So 1, visible in your house, and 2. So this little handy carrying case, I got mine off Amazon. It was, I don't know, 15 bucks maybe. It's got little divider things for your oil. So this is what I have in my purse all the time. So for me personally, I carry my Valor roller ball for anxiety. That's what's in mine. I have a headache roller ball, of course. What else do I have in my little carrying case? A Digize one for anything tummy at all times. I have the actual Valor to put on my bracelets, which I have on all the time. And what else do I have in here? Deep Relief. So this is for headaches or muscle pain in the neck or whatever. So those are kind of usually the basics that I have with me at all times in my purse. So if my kids say I have a sore tummy, then I pull that out. My kids say I have a headache. That Josh had one the other day. I pulled it out, put it on. I never heard another word. So make them visible, make them accessible so that you use them because they only work if you use them. The other thing about oils, please remember, is that it's consistency over quantity. So if you want to put something in the lavender in the diffuser, for example, for calming, or Northern Lights Black Spruce for calming, don't put in 8 drops, put in 2 or 3, but use it consistently. Okay, that's the key to essential oils. Not once every month or so. Consistency, that's where you start to see the value. Okay, so out, visible, and consistency. So of course, there's 3 ways to use essential oils. You can diffuser right here. So you're inhaling it. You can do topically. You can put it on your skin, or you can ingest it into your body internally. Remember that Young Living products are Young Living essential oils are natural health products. So they're approved by Health Canada to maintain and support health. 99.9% of essential oils on the market are not. Okay, so that is why I choose Young Living. That is the only oil that I'll trust. So there we go. So just keep that in mind. Now let's look at what is in here. Let's start. Oh, it's so lovely. My hair, I have a brain. I'm so excited. Every time I get a new one, I get excited. So lemon. Okay. So let's talk about how you can use lemon. So I probably buy 1 to 2 15 ml lemons every single month. That's how often I use lemon. So in your start, no dryer sheets. Okay, get rid of your dryer sheets, get some dryer balls. But in your fabric softener bucket of your laundry, pull it open, put in 3 glugs of vinegar, 5 drops of lemon, and then do your Thieves laundry soap. And that's all I use for laundry. Okay, so use this in your laundry machine. 3 glugs of vinegar, 5 drops of lemon in your the space that is for fabric softener. I have this in a water. So it has antioxidant properties. It can support overall health. I have it in my water. Okay. I have a friend that keeps it on her desk at work so that helps her drink more water because she doesn't like plain water. So have it out, have it visible, and that helps to drink more water. How else do I use this? My son flipped over an ink pad on my white quartz countertop. Red, big stain. He flipped it over. He rubbed it in as he tried to get it off. It was devastating. We tried everything to wipe it off. And then I thought, okay, stop. What oil can I use? And I put on 3 drops of lemon. And I swear to you, I wish I could, I don't know, can I flip it here? Look, totally gone. You cannot see it. Okay, so the red ink was gone. My husband Ian got paint on his belt. So I had my nail. I was trying to scrape it off. You know, you scrape it off. I couldn't get it off. I swear I put on 1-2 drops of lemon and the paint came right off his belt. If you have sticker residue on the windows of your cars or from Christmas decorations or something, this will take it off. Put a drop of lemon, wipe your window, and that'll take the sticker residue off. Big one that I use this for all the time in the kitchen is cleaning produce. This is so important, okay? So when you get home with your grapes or with your apples, whatever it is, get a big bowl, put in a few glugs of vinegar, okay? Fill the rest with water, put in 1 drop of lemon, and let your grapes or your apples soak in there. Okay, that is giving your fruit a bath. Please, please, please do that. Of course, there's always the Thieves veggie spray too. But when I have something that fits in a bowl, like not a cucumber, but apples, grapes are good examples, I wash them, I give them a bath with lemon. What else? It is a photosensitive oil. So you don't want to put lemon on your skin, rub it on and go out into the sun. Okay, your skin will be much more sensitive. That being said, when I make my own lotion, I have a recipe for making lotion on my YouTube page. I put lemon in it because I usually only use it on my hands and it smells really, really, really good. So that's how I make my lotion. Gum in the hair. If you ever get gum stuck in your hair or in your child's hair, put a couple drops of lemon and the gum will come right out. Good for baking. As I said, you can put it in any sort of recipe to give it flavor. Here's a DIY face mask. 1 teaspoon of jojoba oil from the health food store, 1 teaspoon of honey, 1 drop of lemon, and let it sit on your face for 15 minutes and then wipe it off. Okay. Also really good for cleaning stainless steel. Put a few drops on a rag, 3 drops on a damp rag and wipe down your stainless steel to get rid of all fingerprints. Add it to a cotton ball and put it in your garbage can. What else? I made notes because I knew I would forget. If your kids take apples to school and they don't like that it turns brown, put in a couple drops of lemon on the apples. One, they'll get extra antioxidants, and two, the apples won't turn brown. If you want to clean and you don't have any Thieves all-purpose cleaner, you can also get a bottle like this, a glass spray bottle. This is 8 ounces. So in a bottle that's this size, 8 ounces, I would put 20 drops of lemon. I would do 10 drops of tea tree, which doesn't come in the starter kit. And I would put a little bit of vinegar on, and then I'd fill the rest with water. And that will be a great cleaning agent. Also really good if you get grease on your hands. Like if you get car grease or something, put a couple drops of lemon with the soap, wipe it off, and it comes right off. So that is why I buy 1 to 2 15 ml lemons every single month. Lavender. The obvious one, Sleep. This is in our diffuser. We alternate between this and Northern Lights Black Spruce, which I'll talk about in a minute, but this goes in the diffuser every single night. This is really good for burns. So if you get a sunburn or a burn in the kitchen, you can put this right onto your skin. And then I would put peppermint. So the lavender's for the healing of the skin. Then I would put peppermint over top of that, which is the cooling agent. So if you burn yourself, the first thing you do is go get your lavender, go get your peppermint, put it right on. Now, I would only do that for Young Living because there are stories out there that people have used lavender on burns and it's made the burns worse. And that's because it was not Young Living. So again, I'm not going to talk about the purity and the difference between the oils today. I have a video for that on my YouTube. Watch it just so you can get the difference between the two. But again, only for Young Living. It's in the Mermaid Spray. So Kayla, my daughter, is a swimmer and is in the water for at least 4 days a week, sometimes 5, depending on what she's doing. She dives as well. So her hair is not ideal, but this is our savior. Okay, this keeps her hair healthy. This keeps her hair strong. And she puts this on every single day, whether her hair is dry or whether her hair is wet. So in here, there are oils that are not included in the starter kit, but just so you know, lavender is one of them. The other ones that are included on here are cedarwood, rosemary, and geranium. And it is super fantastic for her hair health. So that's that one. DIY makeup pad removers for eye makeup. So you want to get a 4-ounce airtight container. So that's about this big, a small mason jar. You want to put in 1/3 cup of distilled water, 1 teaspoon of Castile soap, which you can get from the health food store, 1 teaspoon of witch hazel, 1 teaspoon of jojoba oil, health food store, and 7 drops of lavender. And then put in those round cotton pad things. You know, the cotton ones. Put them in here, put a stack in here, and use them to wipe off your makeup. Obviously, it's toxin-free, healthy. So take it out, squeeze out the liquid, and then just wipe it right off. It's really awesome. Linen spray. So for sleep, you can do diffuser or you can do a roller ball. So you can get a 10 ml roller ball. This is a 10 ml roller ball size. And I would put in 10 to 12 drops of lavender. And I take that when I travel if I can't take my diffuser. So I roll it right on my temples. I literally put it all over my face. I put it under my nose so I can smell it. So you can make a roller ball. The other one that people really, really like, and it's a really good gift, is linen spray. So if you get a bottle about this big, so this is the Mermaid Spray. This is about 2 ounces. I would probably put in about 15 drops of lavender in there and put a little bit of witch hazel. Remember that witch hazel is the mixing agent. So if you don't have witch hazel, you definitely need to shake it up to mix up the oils in the water. So 15 drops to make a linen spray of lavender, fill the rest with water, maybe a bit of witch hazel. Really good for spraying linens, pillows, blankets. Really good if you have guests over. It's a really good gift. It's really good for dogs. So if you have dogs that need calming, make a linen spray for your dog. And again, lavender is safe for dogs in the diffuser as well. Bath salts. So here are some bath salts. I would mix 1 cup of Epsom salts in a bowl, and I would probably put in about 12 drops of lavender, and then I mix it up, and it's quite potent. So when I get into the bath, I probably put in 2 scoops of this, and then I just add regular plain old Epsom salts. Okay, so you wouldn't want to put in 12 drops in one single bath. That would be way too strong. But 1 or 2 spoonfuls, and then fill the rest with regular Epsom salts. Really good for calming before bed. Seasonal allergy roller ball. Now I thought I brought that over. Of course I didn't. I don't know where it is. Oh, here it is. We use the seasonal allergy roller ball for my daughter. So in a 10 ml roller ball, here it is. 10 ml roller ball. It has her name on it. She made it. we would put in 10 drops lavender, 10 drops peppermint, and 10 drops lemon. All of those are in the starter kit. And she uses it as often as she needs it during allergy season. So she puts it on the back of her neck, behind her ears, and her temples as often as needed. Those oils can also go in the diffuser, lemon, peppermint, lavender for seasonal allergies, and they can also go in a veggie capsule for ingestion for seasonal allergies. So another good way. Face serum. Here's my face serum. It's half full, half empty, half full. So this is half jojoba oil and half sweet almond oil is what I use. And within here, I'll put about 8 to 10 drops. So I would say this is maybe about 2 ounces, 8 to 10 drops of lavender and 8 to 10 drops of frankincense. And I'll talk about the frankincense in a minute. Yes, you do, Wendy, because it's the best. So lavender helps with acne, aging, scars, and elasticity. So that's why I chose lavender within my face serum. So another great way to use lavender face serum. And this is like so much less expensive than buying like an Oil of Olay or Marcel. Half jojoba, half sweet almond, lavender, frankincense. This lasts forever. You only need a tiny little bit. Northern Lights Black Spruce. So just if you didn't know in your starter kit, by the way, this is the one I just opened. If you don't know, some people text me or email me like a month later and said, Jenny, I just found a whole other level of my starter kit. So ta-da, there's a whole bottom to your starter kit. So make sure you look at the bottom. So the oils that we're talking about right now are all the singles. So what that means is they're singles, they're not blends. It's a single oil. And we'll talk about the blends in a moment. So here's Northern Lights Black Spruce. This is calming and sleep, anything calming and sleep. So I love this at night. This is the one that I use. I alternate between lavender and Northern Lights, and you can also combine them. Lavender and Northern Lights Black Spruce go really, really well together, and they're good for sleep. So you can also include this in your sleepy roller ball if you rather. Now, what I like to do personally, it's totally your call. The oils that I use at night, I choose not to use as relaxing oils during the day. That is, there's no right or wrong to that. That's my own decision, just because I like to associate those smells with bedtime. So if you choose to use lavender at night, perhaps your Northern Lights Black Spruce is one that you're going to use as calming during the day. Just totally an option for you. Really good. Again, you can make, where is it? Epsom salt, same concept. 1 cup of Epsom salt, about 10 drops of your oil, and then just a couple scoops in your bath, fill the rest with regular Epsom salt. It's really good for calming. It's also a really good cleaning agent. So within your 8 ml water or glass bottle, you could do 15 drops of lemon, 15 drops of Northern Lights Black Spruce, a vinegar, a few glugs of vinegar, and fill the rest with water. That's another really good cleaning agent. Okay, so for your Copaiba, anytime I think Copaiba, I think polysporin. So anytime I go for polysporin, I go for Copaiba instead. So if one of my kids or myself has a cut, instead of putting polysporin on it, or I get hangnails all the time, I don't know why I get hangnails, I always put polysporin on it so it doesn't get infected. Okay, so use that, just drop it right on. It's a very gentle oil. It's also called an enhancing oil. So what that means is it's thought to enhance the effects of the oils that you partner with. Okay, so for a headache roller ball, you would take a 10 ml roller ball, about this size. You would put 10 drops of Copaiba in it, and you would put 10 drops of peppermint in it. And then you would fill the rest with a carrier oil. So your carrier oil could be avocado oil. I like avocado oil because it doesn't have a strong smell. So 10 ml roller ball, 10 drops Copaiba, 10 drops peppermint, fill the rest with carrier oil. Roll it across your forehead, on your temples anytime you have a headache. I use this often for my kids. Now, Kaylin I get canker sores. Kaylin had a canker sore the other day, and it was bugging her. And I put a drop of Copaiba on it. And the next day, I swear to you, it was totally gone. And I said, baby, what happened? You know, what worked? She goes, Mom, it was the Copaiba. And I'm like, yes, it was the Copaiba. It got rid of the canker sore. She had braces, and she never once had to use Advil Tylenol. I'm not against those things, but we never had to use them because Copaiba was managed. So she would tip back, I would put a drop, it would roll on her gums on one side, it would roll on the other, and she had no pain. So really good for any sort of tooth, mouth pain. And teething babies. So because it's such a gentle oil, you can just flip it upside down like this and put it right on the gums of the babies to calm teething babies. Yeah, any sort of mouth, jaw pain. If you don't want to put it inside, you can rub it right along the jawline as well, and that helps with tooth pain. Okay, so that's Polysporin mouth. It's a gentle oil. It can go right into your mouth. Also, it's a very powerful, the reason it works that way is it's a very powerful anti-inflammatory. That's why it works that way. Okay, peppermint. They're all stuck in here because they're brand new. They're brand new. Ugh. Okay, peppermint oil. Peppermint oil, the other part of the headache roller ball. So these are the two that you're going to put in the headache roller ball, a 10 ml roller ball. Get them off Amazon. They have to be glass. That's the best value. So order them off Amazon. I order the Vivaplex. Those are the ones that I like, but whatever works for you. So I have eczema on my skin, and sometimes it gets so itchy. It's on my foot. And anytime it gets super itchy, I actually put right out of the bottle, I'll put 2 drops of peppermint on it, and I'll just rub it in, and absolutely stops the itch. Now, this oil is not used for getting rid of the eczema, but it's good for itchy skin. So if you have itchy skin of any kind, this is like my savior. Otherwise, it's so itchy. Okay, so just put a couple drops right on your skin. It stops the itch. Good for cooling. So remember I said if you get burned, if you get a sunburn, or if you get a burn in the kitchen, first thing you put on is lavender to heal the skin. The second one is peppermint for cooling. Menopause. If you're having hot flashes, peppermint is really good for cooling. So put it in a roller ball, or you can use it right out of the bottle if you're a regular oil user. That's your call. You want to put it on the temples, in the back of the neck, and across the forehead. Okay, so really good for cooling. Good for fever. If your kid has a fever and you just want to bring the fever down a little bit, make a roller ball, 10 ml roller ball, dilute it appropriately for your child, depending on how old they are. You don't want to use peppermint for kids under the age of 18 months. So wait till they're 18 months, and you would roll it up and down their spine from the roller ball. Okay, so dilute it appropriately. Look for the dilution rates for kids. Make your roller ball and roll it on their spine. I have a friend who is a hockey player. Research has shown that peppermint inhaled during mental tasks may help attention, performance, and focus. So he is a professional hockey player. He puts this on his temples and across his forehead before every single game. You can imagine he gets a little bit of slack from his teammates, but it absolutely works, and he swears by it. So really good. So if you're tired during the day, my husband keeps this on his desk at work to avoid drinking too much coffee. He'll just flip it right over, boom, boom, in his hand, put it on his temples, across his forehead, and it actually, you can feel it immediately support alertness. So keep that around for alertness. Remember I mentioned it's part of the allergy roller ball, so use it with lemon and lavender for your allergies. It's also, peppermint's really good for digestion or any sort of gastro discomfort. So you can put a drop right on your tongue if you want. You can put it in regular water. You can put it in hot water and do it. The other thing you can make is a spray. So if you get a little spray bottle, it doesn't even need to be this big. This is 2 ounces. You can even get a smaller one. So if you had a 1 ounce spray bottle, I don't know, 10, do it by taste, 10 drops maybe, fill the rest with water, give it a little shake, and you can spray it literally right into your mouth to freshen your breath. Okay, and to help with digestion and gastro discomfort. So make a little peppermint spray mix. Lip chap. So I have a recipe for lip chaps. Look, this one's almost done. It's right at the very end. Go on the YouTube page. I put peppermint in my lip chaps because I think it's awesome. And the other one is that we use peppermint for in my house is ant spray. So this is the first year. We're 3 years into this house, and before I started using essential oils, we had ants all along the back edge of this house since we moved in, and I hate it. It grosses me out. So I used to buy those ant things, those ant poison things that said don't put your kids close to it, because I didn't know what else to do. And every year they would come back. And last year, once I was starting to use essential oils, I used peppermint and water. So this is a big 8 ounce bottle. I don't know. I put 25 drops in. I don't remember. And I filled the rest with water, and I have not seen those ants since. Okay, so I just sprayed it all along the edge of my, what is that called? Baseboard. Okay, right where those ants were coming in, and I have not seen those ants since. So really good for ants. Frankincense. I could do a whole class on frankincense. There's that much. stuff. I love frankincense. I want to read this. So back in the day, it was valued more, because this has obviously been around for years and years and years and years and years, back into the Bible. Valued more than gold during ancient times. Only those with great wealth and abundance possessed it. Now, I have anxiety, so I wear these bracelets all the time. They have it, and as I mentioned, that was in my carrying case is my Valor. That's what I use. I use Valor and frankincense every single day. So every single morning when I wake up, it's the first thing I do is put it on my bracelets to support anxiety. Now, there is so much research on frankincense because it's been around for so long. So if you started to search frankincense, you could find a ton. One thing I did pull out is that scientists have found that we are hardwired to have feelings of peace in using frankincense because it's been around for so long. So that's something else to keep in mind. So I have a roller ball as well. I don't have it with me, but it has Valor and frankincense in it. Okay. And there's also this Valor roller ball. And you can roll it on temples, bottoms of feet, and you can even roll it right over your heart. So I keep mine with me along with here for anxiety. I roll temples often and wrists and bottom of feet. So it's really good combined with Valor or on its own. The other one that's within your starter kit to try out for depression or just feelings of being low is frankincense, lemon, and lavender. That would be a good combination, the three of those together to support that. And again, I would put in a 10 mil roller ball. I'd put 10 of each. If you have the starter kit, I would put 10 of each, temples, wrists, and bottom of feet. If you want to pursue mental health a little bit more, I'm doing a class Monday night on essential oils and mental health, but Valor is a really good one for that too. So I'm going to my bath salts again. My bath salts are actually frankincense bath salts. 1 cup of Epsom salts, 12 drops of frankincense. And in here, I take a couple scoops in every bath. I add a few more shakes of regular Epsom salts. We have a detox bath, everybody in our family, once a week. It's a requirement for frankincense for our family. I do it more often when my kids are getting sick. If they're starting to feel like they have a cold or something, and for some beautiful reason, Kaylin, my daughter, reacts so well to frankincense bath. If she's going in feeling a little down or like she's getting a cold, she comes out a brand new girl. So this is mondo successful. It's great for all of us. It just is for her. It's just awesome. So once a week we do it. And again, when my kids are getting sick, make a frankincense bath. Really good for warts. So I'm going to talk about thieves in a minute. So if you have a wart, instead of going, again, we're talking about the change management, thinking differently. Instead of going for compound W, go for frankincense and thieves and put a drop of frank on, a drop of thieves on, and put some duct tape over top. And I have quite a few friends that this has worked successfully for. Now, it's not going to come out within a day. Again, we talked about consistency. Do it like morning and night for a really long time. 1 drop of, depends on how long you've had the wart, how big it is. 1 drop of frank, 1 drop of thieves, put your duct tape on, and eventually that wart will just come right off. I have a friend who had 2 skin tags. She got one burned off, I don't know, about 3 or 4 years ago, and it totally left a scar and burned her skin. And she didn't want to do it for the second one. So she's like, I'm going to try frankincense. So she put frankincense on it every day, morning and night, and the skin tag just fell off. Same thing if you have aging marks or brown marks, again, go to see a doctor if it's something that needs a doctor. But if it's just, if it's something that's been looked at and you don't know what it is, you just don't want it anymore, you can try putting a drop of frankincense on it. And the other one are cysts. If you have, again, this is just all experience from people that I know. One person had a cyst, they had it drained, it grew back, so they put some drops of frankincense on it, and the cyst disappeared, went away. Face serum. So that is the second oil that's in my face serum. Half jojoba, half sweet almond, 8 to 10 drops of frankincense, which is really good for wrinkles and skin elasticity. So wrinkles, so frank and lavender in the face serum. Osteoarthritis or rheumatoid arthritis, studies have found that using frankincense may decrease pain and increase mobility. So you can make a lotion with frankincense. Look at the recipe on my YouTube page, or you can make a roller ball, 10 mil roller ball, and just roll it. And I would do frank, panaway, lavender, and lemon in there to support osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis. Okay, so now we're going to get into the blends. So what that means is these oils or a blend of a bunch of different oils. So this is RC. In this oil is eucalyptus globulus, myrtle, pine, marjoram, eucalyptus radiata, lavender, cypress, suga, peppermint. So all of those lovely oils are in here. Anytime you see RC, think cough, cold, congestion. Okay, cough, cold, congestion. You can make a Vicks Vapo Rub instead of using actual Vicks, and I have the recipe on my YouTube page, but it's making the lotion base with shea butter and hard coconut oil. You would do 20 drops of RC, 20 drops of lavender, 10 drops of frankincense, and 10 drops of lemon. So you can apply that to chest, to back, to bottoms of feet. It smells really, really, really good. My son had, I don't know, about a year ago, had a terrible cough. He was like in kindergarten, and he was the, permanent cold for the whole entire winter. This winter was totally different since we've been using oils regularly. But he was coughing, coughing, coughing. I was so sure that he was going to be up the entire night coughing because up all day. I decided to put RC into his diffuser, and I didn't hear a peep from him. He slept through the whole entire night. So since that moment, this is my swear by oil for anything cough, cold, and congestion. Really good for sinus infection if you have sinus infection or sinus pressure, you can diffuse it, or you can put it on the sides of your nose or across your forehead using a roller ball. Really good to put a little bit under your nose if you're cutting onions. It'll keep you from crying. I also have a lot of friends that buy this for asthma. So they swear by it, and they continue to buy this oil every single month to diffuse for their kids with asthma because it's significant. It's super helpful. So that's RC. Let's keep going here. Thieves. So Thieves got its name. Well, first of all, Thieves. Combination of clove, lemon, cinnamon bark, eucalyptus radiata, and rosemary cineol. It got its name because what's said is that in the 15th century, there were thieves that rubbed herbs all over themselves and went and robbed dead bodies or dying bodies of people with the plague, and they never got sick. So when they were caught, their punishment wasn't quite so severe if they shared what they had done. So that's the story behind Thieves. So Thieves is anything sick. Anything sick. There's a lot of research on this one too. It's antiviral, it's antiseptic, it's antibacterial, it's anti-infectious. So research has shown that if you diffuse these for 10 minutes, there's an 82%, a 44%, and a 96% decrease in specific airborne microorganisms. So it could potentially help to protect the onset of flu, colds, and viruses. So every single night in fall, winter, spring, we're a little bit lenient in the summer, which we shouldn't be, but my kids put an immunity roller ball on their feet. Okay, so 10 mil roller ball, I would put in 12 drops of frankincense, 12 drops of Thieves, 12 drops of lemon, and 12 drops of lavender. And every single night before bed, they roll it on their feet, including their big toe, to help support their immune system over the winter. My husband and I will put a drop of Thieves in hot water at nighttime. Hot water, honey, drop of lemon, drop of Thieves. So that's what we have a lot in the night. Really good for canker sores. They burn a little bit more than the copaiba does because this is a hotter oil, but it's also very effective. You can put a drop of this on your toothbrush, okay, to support healthier toothbrush. You can make another bottle about this big. So this is, I think, about 2 ounces, but I would make something smaller, maybe a 1 ounce bottle. I would put maybe 10 drops of Thieves in it, and I'd fill the rest with water. You could shake it, and you can actually spray it right into your mouth if you're getting a sore throat. I spray my steering wheel. I spray my shopping cart because I'm a germaphobe. So I have a permanent Thieves spray in my purse. I should have brought it over with me. What else do I spray? I spray my hands. I spray my kids' hands. I spray anything that we ever touch. So I have a Thieves spray handy all the time. That was all I wanted to say about Thieves. Purification. So purification is a blend of citronella, lemongrass, rosemary, cineol, tea tree, lavender, and myrtle. And this is really good for killing odors, bacteria, molds, and funguses. Anything that's kind of stinky, like if you're cooking something stinky, I would diffuse purification in the kitchen. If you're making fish and you don't want it to smell like fish, if there's cigarette smoke, if you're painting, diffuse purification. I have a friend that bought purification She has a bit of an older home, so she had a bit of a musty basement. So she has this going all the time and swears by that. So really good. It's also good to make a quote unquote Febreze spray to kill smells of hockey equipment, or just if you want to spray the room, because it actually smells really good. So I would get a spray bottle like this. This is my spray bottle, but about this size, or however big you want. This is an 8-ounce bottle. I would probably need about 20 drops, I would say, of purification in here. Fill the rest with water and start spraying. Start spraying anything. Spray your hockey equipment, spray. Some people spray inside their dryer or inside their washing machine. I put this on my dryer balls because I love the smell of it, and it's good for I think it smells good. It kills all the odors and stink. Purification, what else? Oh, mice. So if you have mice, put a couple drops of purification on a cotton ball and put it in any spots that you think the mice are coming in. So purification is good, right? Purification is one of the things in bug spray. So this is the bug spray that we use, and I just made a new batch. This is an 8-ounce bottle, and it smells awesome, and it works. So this is one of my favorite products. In this 8-ounce bottle, I don't know, I put about this much witch hazel, and I have 15 drops of, a few oils do not come in the starter kit, but citronella, purification, lavender, cedarwood, eucalyptus globulus, peppermint, and geranium for ticks. And then I fill the rest with water. So my kids don't mind. It doesn't smell bad. It doesn't sting or anything. So this is what we use all season. Earache, you can think about putting a couple drops of purification on a cotton ball. You never want to put the drops right in the ear ever. So put it on a cotton ball, put the cotton ball just kind of right in the ear. And I actually hold it. Fortunately, I've been fortunate. My kids don't get ear infections very often and never did. That's, one thing. But they have, and I did that. And I used a headband, like one of my daughter's headbands, to hold the cotton ball onto the ear, because again, you don't want to put it right into the ear. Another one is to put it on cotton balls and put it in your garbage can or in your car vents, just for smell. Next one, Digize. So Digize is a mix of tarragon, ginger, peppermint, juniper, fennel, lemongrass, anise, and patchouli. So anytime I think of Digize, it's anything tummy. So gastro, stomach cramps, sore tummy, anything tummy, constipation. And this is not one that I use every single day, but this is one, as I showed you in my carrying case here, that I have with me all the time. I have a Digize roller ball with me for my kids any moment they say I have a sore tummy. So when you have a sore tummy, there's not much that you can do often other than just wait it out sometimes. So this is at least a solution to help get rid of some of that stomach pain. You can also put a drop under your tongue if you're having some sort of tummy things going on. Not a good oil to use. Do not use this oil if you have epilepsy. Okay, but this one's a really good one to make a roller ball and have it handy for when that moment comes. So don't leave it in the box, make a roller ball so that it's ready to go. Last oil, Panaway. Panaway, it's a blend. It includes wintergreen, helichrysum, clove, peppermint, and it smells absolutely wonderful. So as many of you know, I had back surgery and had knee surgery. I have not used a single drug since either of those surgeries to manage pain because I use this. So I make this muscle rub, and in it is, so again, the recipe's on my YouTube page, so go see the recipe, how to make it, but it includes Panaway, copaiba, and peppermint. So anytime my back hurts or the muscles are uncomfortable, I just take some and rub it directly onto my low back. If you have sciatica, it could help support sciatica pain. I also have a roller ball with the same thing. So I have a 10 ml roller ball, 10 drops to 12 drops of copaiba, peppermint, and Panaway. And I keep it on my nightstand because I clench my teeth at night. So I get a lot of pain across my eyebrows and the back of my neck in the morning, which causes a headache. So every single morning I'll roll over, I'll grab my roller ball with peppermint, Panaway, copaiba, and roll it across my eyebrows and roll it on the back of my neck. And by the time I get downstairs, my headache is gone and the pain is gone. So super good for those sorts of things. It's thought to increase circulation, decrease inflammation. It's really good. The cream is good, or the roller ball is good for menstrual cramps or shin splints. And an option, if you have arthritis, you can make a lotion, as I talked about, follow the recipe, or use a roller ball, a 10 ml roller ball with 10 drops Panaway, 10 drops copaiba, and 5 drops marjoram, which again is not included in the starter kit. But Just an option. Okay. Almost done. Now, the two other exciting things, well, there's lots of exciting things that come in as the hand purifier. So I should have brought it with me. I have a bunch of these, but you can buy the refill. So I keep these handy, and then I just buy the Young Living Thieves hand purifier refill, and I just fill them up all the time. So it prevents dry skin. This stuff is awesome. As soon as you try it, you'll be, I'm assuming, converted. I was converted. Obviously way healthier. If you look up what's actually in hand sanitizer and the effects that it have on your body, you might be more willing to change. Not good for you. It's also prevents dry skin, and you only need the smallest, tiniest amount of this, and it spreads really far. So it's awesome. And good old Ningxia. So this comes with 2 packs. I'm going to do a whole class on Ningxia. Ningxia wolfberry comes from China. It's the most powerful whole food antioxidant known to man. There is so much research on Ningxia and the good effects. I drink 2 ounces of Ningxia every single day for my overall health. It's been shown to have impacts on supporting liver, kidney deficiencies, diabetes, really good for vision problems and for your eyes, helps with senses of feeling full, and overall health. There's so much research out there. I just pulled out a couple. Research shows that it has the potential to protect against cancer cells and microbial invasion, protects human eye cells, and it causes, has been found in research to cause malignant tumors of the liver to self-destruct. So this is like, and it tastes so good. It tastes so good. If you just have 2 packs for now, put them in the fridge. And if you're feeling down, or you're feeling kind of like you're coming down with something, or having a kind of day, drink them at that time. Okay. Save them for that moment, or just drink them because they taste really good and they're really good for you. Okay, so that is how to use every single oil in your starter kit. There are so many ways. Search online, text me, email me, so that you can use, because I want you to keep them out. Okay, don't keep them in the box. Keep them visible. Buy a little carrying case off Amazon, or be creative and find something in your house. This is the one I use. It's got nice little, it's made specifically for essential oils. And start your thinking about what can I use, what oil can I use, instead of going for what you always go for. Okay, have a great day. Bye.